All right, we're back with more Fanner Out I See Heb Reads Monday. I'm John. With me, as always, is Tom, my conscience and guidebook.
Oh, I'm a terrible conscience.
Yeah, but you're a great guidebook. I knew what I signed up for. We are back in Skellige. Last time we left, I did some... No, don't put that away. Last time I ended with a bunch of crafting, which I know is fascinating. And now we're back in Skellige, doing secondary quests and witcher hunts. Ooh.
Fun.
So how are you doing, Tom?
I'm doing good. I had a full 9 hours.
A full 9 hours?
At work today.
Oh, I thought you meant of sleep.
No, I had a sparse 4 hours of sleep.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I fell asleep around midnight and woke up at about 4:30. So.
Nah, man, you can't do that. That's.
I mean, I wasn't trying to. I went to bed at 10.
That's the body doesn't like it when you do that, my guy. I'm gonna sell this dude all of my crap. Yeah, he's trying to corner the rabbit pelt market, and I'm gonna match him with a blunt pickaxe and a white wolf hide. Oh, screw your economy. Can't even buy this rope ladder. Here you go. I have a black magic doll. Do I need to keep Prince Adrian's journal for any reason?
I don't think so. You've already read it. It'll be in your inventory.
Shaka pow. No money for this dude. Alright.
So before I joined you on fun streaming times, I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins.
Ah.
And every time I play that game, I find myself thinking about Exalted, because when you are not in the desert areas of the game, the environment in Assassin's Creed Origins looks very much like how I imagine my favorite area of the world in Exalted looks.
Ooh. In creation.
Yes. The area in the world known as the Scavenger Lands, aka the River Province, aka the Confederation of Many Rivers. The way it's described, it looks very similar to how the area around the Nile looks in Assassin's Creed Origins, with all the irrigation and all the crops being grown and everything is very lush. So every time I play the game, it gets me thinking about Exalted. And I was wondering if you would like to hear my favorite fridge logic thing from the world of Exalted.
Yes, if you will tell me if I should possibly buy this sword. So...
in a level.
Yeah. I mean, plus 30 damage and 37 armor piercing.
You're doing fine against enemies right now. You can wait until you level up.
Yeah. Yeah, I just worry that I'll forget about it by then.
I mean, you might just find better weapons by then, too.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you did say I'm your conscience, so...
Yeah, you're right. I saved my money.
So long.
Fair winds and following seas.
I would expect your voice to be deeper. All right.
Are you familiar with the TV tropes concept of fridge logic?
It's ringing a bell. Remind me, though.
Okay, so for a reminder for John and for our lovely viewers at home, fridge logic is that that feeling you get when you see something on TV or in a movie or you read something in a book, and then it's not until like later on that night when you like go to the fridge to get yourself a snack and you suddenly go, oh, that's what they were talking about. You have this realization about something that wasn't clear before.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like those weird little epiphanies that you get at completely unconnected moments.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
So this is my favorite fridge logic thing from the setting of Exalted. So in Exalted, in the Scavenger Lands, there is a city called Great Forks. Great Forks is the city of temples. It's full of a lot of different cults and all these like religious groups are there. It's a very peaceful city. It's kind of modeled off of ancient Greece.
Okay.
But
So like fantasy Athens, but not Theros.
yes.
So and if anyone's watching this in the future, since we have one concurrent viewer now, hi Tom. If anyone's watching this in the future, the setting of Exalted is not like fantasy like D&D. It's like fantasy like the most bonkers manhwa or wuxia film that you have ever seen. It is 100% pure anime.
If the Epic of Gilgamesh was an anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which remind me on that point, there's a fantastic video I want to recommend by Mother's Basement that looks at some anime that was produced by a cult in Japan.
Oh my.
And it's like, oh, buckle up, there's 3 of these.
He killed back then too. He's always killed. How many lads died?
Like it's pretty good. But so yeah, so Twin Forks.
Great Forks. So Great Forks was founded during this time period called the Contagion, which was roughly 800 years prior to the start of the game's like present day. The Contagion was one of several apocalypses that have occurred in the history of the world of Exalted. It was the most recent one. And during that event, 3 tribes of human refugees basically arrived at the place where Great Forks is at the same time. Normally, this would have resulted in them all fighting each other, but instead, they were led by 3 gods, and those gods are named the Weaver of Glorious Dreams, called Dreamweaver,
Dreamweaver,
the Spinner of Tales of I'm sorry, the Weaver of Dreams of Victory, the Spinner of Glorious Tales, called Tail Spinner, and the Shield of a Different Day, called the Day Shield. Those 3 gods got together and they were like, hey, we don't have to fight over this city. There's no reason to do that. So instead, they worked together. They founded the city of Great Forks, and Tail Spinner, Dreamweaver, and Day Shield are the rulers of the city.
So like there are 3 active gods, which also in the setting of Exalted is not uncommon. Like
no, it is so.
Yeah,
where
the job of the titular Exalted is to kind of like manage the gods a little bit. Sometimes you need a guy to go mess with a river god that's like hassling people,
So that's not quite the same thing. That is a thing in the setting, and it's a very big deal.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But I mean,
gods that
like
have
these
a specific purview, not doing
these,
their job.
But these 3 are like ruling the city as like open monarchs,
like secular authorities. Yes.
So they're not leaning on their divinity for that part.
Well, I mean, they're using their powers.
Yeah, but they're
not...
like you voted in Dunkelzahn.
Yes.
Right, like that kind of thing.
So the reason
why wouldn't you vote for the dragon?
the significance about this, and the reason why this becomes a fridge logic moment. There's another city in the world of Exalted called Whitewall.
I like
Whitewall's in the
Whitewall.
far north.
That's where all the barbarians are.
So Whitewall is one of the places that is civilized in the north, like quote unquote civilized.
Yeah, it's Hadrian's Wall.
So it is an interesting place where
Marked off its territory.
there's kind of a neutral zone going on.
Villagers.
But the significance about Whitewall is it's ruled by a group of 4 individuals that are called the Syndics. And the Syndics hide their identity. No one knows who they really are in the world of Exalted. They keep their identities very secret. They have special masks that hide who they are. And that's not uncommon in the setting for Exalted. There are multiple like leaders or individuals who are masked people who you don't know who they are. Like, for instance, the emissary of the guild is a masked figure of power, and no one knows who he is, or no one knows who they are. Could be a woman.
Or could be any of the non-binary cultures.
Correct. So the significance of the Syndics, though, is unlike all of those other examples where it's this person is an unknown in the world of Exalted. Storytellers, here's some options about who this person could be, and feel free to make up your own. With the Syndics, the writers very clearly state the Syndics have to keep themselves hidden because they are 4 gods who are ruling the city of Whitewall, and they have to keep their identity secret because gods ruling cities is illegal.
Oh, so our boys in Great Forks are criminals.
So if they were just criminals, they would have been identified a long time ago. The significant thing about them is the celestial bureaucracy, the actual like body of law gods that exist.
I don't respect them, Morty.
After them, and they're ruling openly. Like, they don't make a secret of what they're doing. And
but no one's called them on it yet. I don't know, man. That's chillingly close to the to what happened with Trump's administration. So if I talk to Harold about the Leshen, like, will this make me make a choice right now?
No, you get to talk to both of them.
Okay.
I think. They're going to give you 2 different options.
We're gonna save it just in case. Because
So here's where the fridge logic comes in.
Mm-hmm. Hit me with that funky epiphany, baby.
It's illegal for gods to rule cities.
Mm-hmm.
So Hailspinner, Dreamweaver, and Dayshield can't be gods.
Okay.
So what could they be? They could be exalted. But let's think about that for a second. They can't be dragon-blooded because dragon-blooded age, and they're more powerful than dragon-blooded are. So that's not an option. They could theoretically be solars, but solars aren't really that good at keeping themselves that secret for that long. Somebody would have identified them by now.
Yeah, but I mean, you do have names like Dayshield.
Well, I mean, the full name is Shield of a Different Day.
Right.
But
just saying. Black Ice Shadow.
Well, but he did pick that name on purpose.
Yes, but let's not act like the names were above thumbing their nose at us.
Also, Black Ice Shadow is a sidereal, which brings me to the next one. They could be sidereals, but then again,
People remember them.
Well, people would remember them. That is very important. And also, they would be directly operating in opposition to the celestial bureaucracy, and someone would have come down on them by this point.
Oh, yeah, Kneecap Karjak would not like that. I will say this. We've been going for like 20 minutes on this stream, right? 20 minutes. And somewhere out there, there is somebody who this is their niche entertainment. Like, watch two middle-aged white guys talk about Exalted while one plays and halfway ignores The Witcher 3. Okay. So, alright, so he's saying that I can either go like haggle with the spirits, submit to the trial by burning a sacrifice of wolf's heart on the sacred spot, or I can just go kill the Leshen.
That I did it with the attempt to do the sacrifice.
Did it work out well for you?
I remember completing the quest.
I don't know yet. I want to go talk to
and
some
getting
dudes.
XP for it. Just say I don't know yet and go talk to him.
No, that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. Try to kill the woodland spirit, and we'll bring his wrath upon us all. We'll see, pal.
Give this some thought. So long.
So
Hey, thanks for your perspective, buddy.
So the three rulers of Great Forks, not gods, probably not exalts. So what else in the world of Exalted has a lot of power, is immortal,
Are they ghosts?
and are incredibly extra, where they would pick names like Shield of a Different Day,
Death Lords.
Dreamweaver,
So is it 3 Death Lords then?
Make an impression on intruders.
Raksha,
He likes
Fairfolk.
an old Leshen.
Yep.
An ordinary beast that.
Yep.
So they are three shaped Fairfolk ruling that city.
Monster like that's a serious threat to the village and to me.
That's
We'll have the gold.
the Fairfolk and Exalted.
Problem.
Terrifying. Terrifying.
Lives near its domain.
I mean, they're really just like
Sooner or later.
myths about fairies distilled down to their basic
Carl, I'm
parts.
sure of it. You heard him. Words aren't enough. Gotta find the mark mine.
Okay, hang on. I should pay attention to this. This is
Outsider accusing one of their own.
marked one. So if I find the marked one, I can.
Find the one marked by the woodland spirit.
If I find the marked one, maybe we can do this at the cost, at like minimal cost, right? But if it's someone innocent, do I go do the trial myself? This is the ethical dilemma I'll be getting, yeah? Ooh. Hello, people.
There's some guy named Herald. You know that much. Or at least that's what the dude thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is my favorite fridge logic moment
I love that.
from Exalted is figuring out that the only possible type of creatures that could be ruling
It's like,
Great Forks are the terrifying like emotion eating
Yeah.
bear folk.
Yeah, weaver of dreams indeed. Spinner of tales. Oh no. That's our friend Lindsay. She's just one of them, and we all know it. I mean, we're polite to say much about it, but Oh, it's making me follow the sound. All right.
Oh, I can't help you because
No,
I have my volume
I got
completely
that.
turned off.
There. There, you're full of crows.
The Leshen's chosen the girl. Damn it.
Well, she's not gonna need these. Okay, so... Talk to Sven about Hilda, Brother Adalbert's bestiary. Alright. Okay. Oh. Alright, so Hilda is the one who would have to die in order for us to fully kill the Leshen.
So, find out who's mates with the beast?
It's not intentional.
Would appear to
This
be.
individual has no
Alright.
idea.
I am prepared for this dilemma, kind of.
To please the monster. And no point in mincing
Kind of.
words.
Well, we were
Said
talking
yourself,
about
the
Exalted when I met
monster's
Hilda, so
first.
I honestly have no idea who Hilda is. Alright. You would have to get rid of the marked one.
If you want me to kill the Leshen, you gotta get rid of the marked one.
Do you hear the Witcher, people? If we want to live...
Never said the beast marked one of the elders.
Who then?
The woman you were talking to, Hilda.
Kill the witch. Hilda? But she's one of us.
Oh,
mercy,
see
Sven.
now...
We all heard you.
Now it's your dilemma. Strong jaw McShave sides.
Thought you liked the girl.
I did what I had to do. Your turn.
Alright.
Well, you didn't have to make the call.
Nope. It's not my community.
Leshen's territory begins here. Need to destroy all the totems before I find the beast.
Alright. Let's go get some Leshen totems. Yep. Yeah. Punching totems.
Well,
Oh, that didn't
John,
seem
is
to
it
work
a
very
menu?
well. Oh, there we go. Huh? Yeah, okay. The Leshen
maybe
totems...
use a blade.
You know, Igni works just fine. What's with all these spooky rocks? Hello, wolves. Ah, Jimkara. Aikiba. Ah, there we go. But no, man, I would, I'll tell you this, Exalted is one of those games that, if you get the right kind of storyteller for it, oh, it's an incredible experience. I mean, the same is true as, of, you know, like all role-playing games. That's why you should play them.
Yeah, Exalted is one of those games that I put up there with Dark Ages, where I would love to run it, but I'm also intimidated by the level of like preparation and the epicness of the story frightens me.
Oh, I think you could swing it.
Oh, speaking
Okay.
of epic stories, I need to get a script to you
Yes.
because I've got the next session of Exalted in 2 weeks.
Yay.
Or not Exalted, Orpheus.
This is...
We need to get some radio-free death recordings up in here.
Yeah. I need to do, let me see, inventory. We're gonna throw some relic oil on this. Yes. Yes. We've got Igni loaded up. I'm not going to bother switching to Demetrium bombs because I don't remember how to throw bombs. And, crows!
You throw bombs by selecting them the same way that you would like your crossbow.
Yeah,
and then you hold down the button that you would.
Nah, I throw bombs like There we go. I throw bombs by casting Igni right in things' faces.
I mean, that's a good move.
Oh, look at me, I'm a smoky bitch. Yeah. Oh, look at me, I'm a guy who's partially crows. Yeah.
That is in fact what he said.
Oh. I've got a ruff made of leaves. Yeah.
He also doesn't like being lit on fire.
I'm a fancy tree boy. I'm being sued by Tolkien's estate. Meh. Oh, poor me. Never found an ant wife. Get wrecked, you scrub! Or shrub.
Shrub, I believe.
Daniel says, I'm writing a game called Morpheus. You and each member of your party play the character Morpheuses from The Matrix. The plot is the same as the original, but this time there are 3 to 6 Morpheuses.
I don't think I can do justice to that character.
Let me see. Alright, let's go collect our reward from Sven. I am kind of half expecting a welcome back since since I killed my girlfriend and am now stricken with grief. I'm not going to pay you.
No, get paid.
Okay. It's just, it's
there might be some kind of terrible visual moral dilemma when you return.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, here's the thing, right? My grandfather did not give me advice very often, and a lot of it was like kind of racist in the way that somebody who was like living in the 40s can be. Yep, that sucks.
What happened?
Hey! Look at this. Told you the Witcher had solved this.
Oh.
What happened?
Had to
You
play
rid us
catch
of
up.
the beast. We rid ourselves of its accomplices.
Oh man, I gotta have to kill this guy.
Nothing's changed. Leshen's gone, true, but a murderer still haunts the village.
Your work is done,
Okay,
Witcher.
Jura Two
You've
Swords.
done your part, and I've done mine.
Yeah, and you just gave me the coin before trying to kill me.
Calm down. Realize the guilty needed to be punished. Do you hear?
Sucker!
Fear will not rule my village. There will be no more killings. Go to your homes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, but you order on Wish, is concerned.
No more monsters left around here. Wonder if it's as strong as
I cannot attack that target, huh?
May your ox never crumble.
Okay, well. I got some assassin's boots. That's neat. Let's see. What was I talking about? Contract. Missing son. It's 29. Treasure house, family fortune, some bear school key. I think there was something else that I wanted to look at. Let's do this. Missing one next. Yeah, I wanted to go here and see what these were. Hey! But no, very few pieces of advice that I took from my grandfather, you know, again, with the whole racism thing. But one that I always remembered and have clung to throughout my life is never put your faith in a Sven.
No.
Like, S and V, they don't belong that close together in names. Don't trust a Sven. They may be wonderful people, but, you know, Svens.
I don't know if I should believe that your grandfather actually gave you that piece of advice.
No, he would never give me something so useful. Hey.
I mean, given the rather interesting life you have lived, I figured it would be about I don't know, maybe 70-30.
No, I mean, enough of it fortunately is hyperbole, but man, I have interacted with some weird people in my time.
Which is why I couldn't completely rule out the idea that a grandfather told you never trust a Sven.
No. He was he thought the Swedes were industrious, hardworking, and attractive people. So yeah, no.
I mean,
but I would play in an Oops All Morpheus Shadowrun game.
I could crack one of my favorite jokes about the Swedes, but it is a reference that only people that have watched the show Community would get. So I'm just gonna leave it be.
There was a point where my brother and I would watch a ton of the Canadian sketch comedy show, The Kids in the Hall.
Such a good one.
Oh, it is so foundational to my sense of humor. And to this day, you can start a chain reaction by looking at my brother and going, "I'm sick of the Swedes." And we'll do that for the next 20 to 30 minutes, and it will frustrate my mother to death. Well, I found a dead pig, so that's cool, I guess. And 90s had some pretty weird humor going on. Not all of it aged well, but some of it was just incredible. A guarded treasure, you say? This looks like a job for crossbow. I'm apparently feeling a little Breath of the Wildy today, Tom.
I mean, I don't know what that means in this context.
You know, like running, jumping, climbing trees, putting on makeup when you get up there. Short letter. Dearest Master Sigvard, I have received your letter. I thus now know that you have a great many doubts regarding the contract I have offered you, and that you clearly suffer from gross misconceptions regarding the nature of a mercenary's trade, something which, given that this is a trade you yourself profess to practice, constitutes a highly puzzling paradox. Okay, capture a siren alive and bring her to me. As to why I need this siren, alright, Count de Botton.
I just saw one of my new favorite memes on Facebook.
Uh-oh.
You know the meme format with the puppet thing doing the side eye?
Oh, like the puppet monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing side eye like I know a thing, but I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Screen Rant did a Twitter post, and the Twitter post is "Bring back Duncan, Idaho. Why Dune sequels need to reverse the first movie's best death scene."
Oh, if you haven't read the extended sequels to Dune, don't. It's not too late. Save yourself. Now, there's a dragon all the way over there. Hey, you! What's your name? Okay, let's see, figure out if we can get down there.
You're going to kind of have to circle around.
Yeah, there we go. Now we're getting into these little swampy lowlands. Oof. Hey, buddy. Ow. I would like to stop bleeding, please.
Well, no. You can't. It's a big chicken.
It's careful, Tom. This is a Christian Minecraft server.
But what would Bob Saget say?
Yeah, true. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. You filthy motherfucker. Alright, well. Look at all that chicken. I should just keep going down through these lowlands, huh? Yeah.
Have I ever shown you the video compilation that I found that was Masks a New Generation, but in the format of vines?
Like the superhero RPG or the weird 90s or 80s car? Whoa.
Yeah, the superhero powered by the Apocalypse game. There are 2 YouTube compilation videos that are oh wow, that is high level. They are compilations of vines that are appropriate for that game, and they are hilarious. And one of them is, of course, the vine of "Look at all those chickens."
You should send me that link. I haven't played the game yet, but I would like to. All right, we're gonna. I'm feeling fat and sassy, Tom. Oh.
You're definitely
pacing's
two of
better.
those things.
Yes, you are. So we're gonna slather our blade in hybrid oil? Cursed oil.
What is it? The thing that you're up against?
Werewolf.
Yeah, cursed oil.
And I need to see if I can find an alchemist that can teach me, because I don't think I... Okay. Maybe I'll get this from the... No, I need a cave troll for that. Rats. Okay. Well. Let's go poke a werewolf. Werewolf is Igni?
I think you'd be better off using Quen.
I don't know, man. I'm real bad at doing things defensively. Like,
Well, yeah, but if it's really high level, it might one-shot you.
you know, Tom. Tom, you're right, Tom. And when you're right, you're right. He's ooh. Oh, he's a sassy man. You were good call on the coin there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever you fight enemies that are way above your level, you definitely need that shield.
Ow. Dang. Nope.
Ooh, you got him on fire. Good move. Or did something that's causing him to
Yeah,
have a
poison and
good
burning.
tick of damage.
Take another slug of swallow. Get that shield up. You. Yep, you're fine. You're fine, Jerry. You're fine. Jerry, you're fine.
Yeah, that combination of burning and poison is wrecking him. Don't get greedy.
Ooh.
You got greedy, and you almost died.
Ooh. Oh, let's go see what this thing was guarding. Hang on, I just want to double check here. There's something else across that river, but we'll get over there in a bit. I want to... Ooh.
Might want to look around some.
I do want to look around some for Griffin School diagrams. Down we go. What kind of monster den? Oh, tiny neckers. Jerry. Pull out. Okay, hang on. Pull out your sword, my dude.
You don't want to fist fight with the tiny goblins?
I do not. I very much do not. There. You get some too, pal. You ain't special. Alright. That was, that was a bunch of little guys.
Well, you got them all.
I hope I got them all. Locked key required. If I go like in the back of this tunnel and there's like a corpse in a glass casket, I'm gonna be very grumpy. Why don't we torch? 'Cause I'm hearing some thumping up above. These tunnels go back a little ways. Double check and make sure I'm not missing anything over here. So tell me more exalted plans, Tom.
I mean, so my idea for a campaign is to do one that would kind of be considered basic.
Hmm.
Like people who are
Like-
old hands with exalted would be like, oh, of course you would run that campaign.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like somebody picks up D&D 5th edition and they run Curse of Strahd. Like,
Right.
of course, why wouldn't you? But with the main antagonist for the story arc being the Mask of Winters, the kind of like quintessential Death Lord bad guy.
Real quick, who was the guy who ferries souls across the river Styx? That would be Charon. But go on ahead.
So, but yeah, so Mask of Winters would be the like main antagonist, and then the campaign would also deal with like the Scarlet Empire's civil war. It would deal with the plot by the Ebon Dragon to try and free the Yozis. And I have a very fun plot line for that, which is kind of a jailbreak.
Ooh.
So there's a lot of different ways that you can take different positions at the start of the setting for Exalted. Like there's a lot of stuff that's left up to the storyteller to decide what they want to do with it.
Yeah, I think especially in what was the latest version they came out with? The one that's like made to be more innately accessible.
Yeah, 3rd edition.
Well,
and
not third, the new one.
You're talking about Essence.
Yeah, Essence.
So Essence isn't really made to be more accessible. Like it's still the same setting as 3rd edition. It's just designed to compress all of the mechanics into a single book.
Mm.
You can use the lamp on that, and it'll disappear.
Yeah, I remember. Ooh, got a couple of rune stones.
But so yeah, Exalted Essence is basically just a rules lighter version of Exalted. Like the idea is that you only need one book, and
Which
you
is-
can run any of the Exalted types.
Which I think is great because sometimes Exalted can get bogged down.
Sometimes read all the time.
Right.
And personally, like I haven't read any of the Essence stuff. Like I just don't have access to it. I didn't even know that it was going to be a thing until after the Kickstarter already ended. But like,
Okay.
if it's mechanically sound, I would run it. I don't like 3rd edition setting, so I would run it with 2nd edition setting.
Yeah, but I mean, like setting, you know, like who cares? It's your game.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
just I'm not a fan of a lot of the changes that they made in third edition.
Ah.
Like I think the Yozi reclamation plot is actually interesting. Um so one of
Guess I should
the
go this
things
way now.
that one of the things that's related to that I have my own interpretation about as a exalted storyteller is what happened to the Scarlet Empress. So the person who was kind of the key figure in the world of Exalted for the last 8 centuries, who disappeared right before the return of the Solar Exalted,
Mm-hmm.
um, and
We're
whose
getting
disappearance,
deep into the nerd lore now, Tom. Come on.
yeah, whose disappearance like throws the entire setting out of whack. The big question for a storyteller is, where'd she go and why did she disappear?
Right.
Um,
Where did she come from?
so uh, I really like the idea of flipping sort of like player assumptions on their head. Um, because the assumption that a lot of players will go with is that the Scarlet Empress was a bad guy. And from a solar standpoint, that makes a lot of sense. Like the dragon blooded have hunted solars for the last like several centuries or a couple of millennium at this
I
point.
mean,
She made the strongest dragon blooded empire in the world. Like, you know, she from a player standpoint, you could
some
argue she's the bad guy.
sometimes if they're a tyrannical god king, you kind of deserve to get deposed.
Where you sailing this time?
She
Can I put that
also
away now?
did
Thank you.
save the world.
Yeah, I mean, but like that's the central dilemma in Exalted, right? She saved the world from us, from the player characters.
Let me.
No, she saved it from the Rakshasa who invaded.
Oh, yeah. So this is also true.
But like the thing that I like to do, and I don't want to, on the off chance that you are ever actually a player in this game, I like flipping player expectations on their heads. And one thing that I really want to do with the Scarlet Empress is make it very clear when the players finally meet her in the campaign, she is just as heroic a character as the PCs are. Just every step along the way for everything she did, she had a good reason for doing it.
I mean, I could see that. Tom, tell me what do you think of these gauntlets?
Keep the ones you're currently wearing.
Okay, so that means I can sell these.
Yep.
Cha. I went on ahead and made some superior feline armor and mastercrafted feline boots and gloves, enhanced feline gauntlets. I can't, I don't get any bonuses, right? Like, they gotta be Grandmaster level. Correct?
To get the, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna bother wearing them yet, but, armor piercing is better for me. Bye-bye,
Yeah.
Assassin's Boots. Here's my steel, and seal sword, silver swords, and superior. I can sell that. Come on! My blade from the bits sells for 69. Nice. Come here. I never use you. There we go. All right.
So long.
So Elder in Blandair. We're talking about Exalted?
We were, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, you don't have to worry, my guy. I can barely remember what day it is. By the time a game ever actually comes around, I'll barely remember who I am.
I mean, at the rate at which White Wolf has been putting, or Onyx Path has been putting out books, we can expect Essence to come out sometime around the heat death of the universe, so no rush.
So like next year.
Gotta start by searching for them. That'll take time and drive up costs.
Long as they don't soar too high.
Jerry loves to haggle.
I can throw in a few crowns more for the good of our lads.
Hey, got it in one.
Deal.
I will look around for them.
Might not be much silver in the hills, but there are monsters, definitely. I'll see if the miners came across.
So how's Jen holding up?
She's good. She's also mostly fully recovered.
I mean, I would worry about like you guys get like, I was gonna ask if you guys were like, you know, if you had problems with your sense of smell or sense of taste, but Jen never had any taste.
Yeah. No, I haven't noticed any.
You haven't noticed any smells or taste?
No, I haven't noticed any changes.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, usually I can smell Jen's goblin reek from a mile away, like malt vinegar. like pickle juice and bubble gum.
That's terrible.
Yeah. You can hear her chattering inside the walls. Now I still want to do. I eventually want to do photography collabs with Jen.
Yeah.
As I'm getting my my setup for to start doing more mini painting stream.
She needs a new camera.
I could use pictures of my tiny little Marvel mans.
Damn, you're ugly.
Whoa! Hey, I was passing by, pal. Welp.
Might want to look around some.
Oh. Okay, found a
Wasn't
broken
fair
cart.
fight. Didn't stand a chance.
Smooshed by a cyclops.
Blood hasn't even dried.
What was in the cart, precious?
Trail's fresh.
Hmm.
Blood hasn't even dried.
CSI. Fantasy Outer Hebrides. So Tom, you excited about Moon Knight?
I haven't even seen the trailer yet.
You should look that up, man. It's good. Oscar Isaac putting in the work.
I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him be bad in anything, so...
I have seen X-Men Apocalypse, but that was kind of, you know, not his fault. He did the best with what he could.
seen that one.
You know, but it was a terrible movie.
I mean, it's got Olivia Munn as Psylocke in it, so it can't be all bad.
It's not all bad, but Olivia Munn as Psylocke does not make it good. It's just sort of like, here's Olivia Munn cosplaying as Psylocke. Like, we don't get to discover why Betsy Braddock is working with Apocalypse. It doesn't even touch on like, who the rest of her family is. You're going to introduce a character like Psylocke and just go, no explanation necessary. You can't do that. You know, if you're just going to take somebody's favorite character and make them a random ninja assassin instead of actually the character, why not just use a random ninja assassin and save on the costume budget? I promise you, everybody who recognizes that character will know the difference.
Yeah.
I like how these dudes started off as little grabby gremlins, and now they're little grabby gremlins in festive hats.
They have festive hats?
They do have festive hats. Like, see, these... I'll run back to the corpses. These guys are wearing little skeleton hats.
Huh.
Yeah, see? He's got a tribal goth fashion sense, if you will. Okay, there's that. That's hard time. I was doing the missing miners, though. Aha. I'm finding a lot of coins in logs.
I mean, stop complaining?
I mean, like, where else are you going to keep them?
Yeah.
Middle Ages was weird.
Miners' camp. Could find some clues.
It really was, though.
Might find some hooch.
Like, if we want to do a real talk, like, the Middle Ages were really weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, things haven't gotten less weird. They're just
Footprints.
weird in stupid ways. But, by all means, tell me your thoughts on the weird Middle Ages. While I rob this mining camp.
So, there are so many things that are, like, we would consider them anachronistic if you talked about them in the Middle Ages or, like, having existed in the Middle Ages, but that 100% do come from that time period. As an example that has been made into a bit of a Facebook meme, the name Tiffany is a name from the Middle Ages. Like, in that format. Calling someone Tiffany. You could have a woman in the 1280s named Tiffany, and it wouldn't be out of place.
I did a 15th century Tiffany.
Because Tiffany is a shortened form of Theophania, which was a classic Greek name.
Wounds caused by a blunt instrument. Ribcage smashed.
Alright.
But yeah, there are...
Found ourselves a corpse.
Someone crawled through here.
Another great
Broken
example
leg.
of things from the Middle Ages that were anachronistic, and people would be like if you
Like-
put this in
Like, this
in a
doesn't
movie,
work.
yeah, if you put it in a movie, people would be like, nah, you made that up.
Right.
railroads predate locomotives by 600 years.
Yeah, wasn't there like that caused issues during World War II? Because there was a difference between train supply lines, right? Like
that wasn't derived from the Middle Ages. That was derived from the like late 1800s, so like the late 19th century. One of the like later Russian czars was like, I'm a bit of an engineer, and he chose what the gauge of Roman railways would be. And of course, decided on a gauge that was completely different from the entire rest of Europe.
wham-a-wham.
But no, like, pretty much anywhere where you would need to move something heavy, repeatedly over a distance, people invented railroads. So, like, in mining areas in Europe or in areas where they were doing a lot of construction in cities, there would be railroads. They didn't have locomotives, so like everything was moved by people or by animals, but still, they were there. This might get you your cave troll liver.
I am really hoping so. We are going to meditate for an hour, just so that we have all of our potions. And then we're going to save. Okay. Whew.
Dead. Just dead.
Yep. So,
Extensive bruising and abrasions.
I don't think that I'm going to have a, like
Silver vein. What they came for.
a nice,
Died for.
a nice memory with this guy. I don't think I'm gonna look back upon this encounter and remember this troll fondly.
Yeah, he's probably not as cool as the other one. He's not even protecting any boats.
Yeah. No strategy in life.
He didn't want you to paint a bird for him.
Right. No appreciation of art. Not even... Whoop. Woohoo! What up, Quinn?
Stop it. I want to talk.
I don't want to talk.
Wait, I want to talk.
I mean, you did take that hit from the troll, like, right in the face.
Yeah, I did.
You're supposed to be Dark Soulsing.
Exactly. Why do you wham 'em?
Things in walk troll house. Trolls say outmans, but
I might be wrong.
wham troll rocks. So troll wham too.
I mean, the troll did say outmans. But also, like, he killed a whole bunch of people. And some of them were outside the caves, weren't they?
Yeah.
Nope. Sorry, buddy.
Can't let you get away with this.
Be ready to Dark Soul.
Woohoo! Is it supposed to look like that? Is that just a...
Is what's supposed to look like that.
Like, he's all...
Yeah,
like,
he's a
fiery
fiery troll.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
all of the like the monsters that you fight in In Witcher hunts, they're all a little bit unique compared to the regular ones.
Oop. Oh ho ho. No, sir. I need more, what's it, oil. That's the best thing about, like, the superior oils and stuff, is that they just last so much longer. Yeah, I can't hit from behind.
As soon as you're done with this fight, I think I gotta get going.
Yeah, no problem, man. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Remember, you got a Dark Souls.
Sometimes the cave gets right in my way. Yep, like that. All right. Bonjour. I like the fact that like the bestiary's advice was like, trolls, they're he's slow, I guess. Hit him in the face. Might be able to take advantage of Earden. Nah, I think I'll stick with Quen and I'll just in the face.
Yeah, just face tank him.
Yeah. Oh no. And this should do it. Oh, I got a monster there. Cave troll trophy, no cave troll liver. Honestly.
Sad.
Maybe I'll get something. Man. I don't want to have to hunt a bunch of cave trolls. Alright. We'll get some, get our loot, go turn this in, and, Tom, thank you so much for guiding me and serenading me with wondrous tales of exalted games to come.
You're welcome. I think next week we need to try and shoot for like 8 for this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Today was a little bit wacky schedule-wise, but I would love to get an earlier start. But yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this next week, and let me know if you are down for Borderlandsing any evening this week.
Let's shoot for Wednesday and try and do around like 5-ish.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. But take care, my friend.
All right, later, man.
All right, we are going to check our map. I can fast travel to Blender. Shakapow. Let's go on ahead. Let's check our alchemy run right quick, everybody. I can do an Ancient Leshen decoction. That's pretty neat. Each sign cast can increase stamina regeneration for the remaining fight. When Tom's gone, we make decoctions. Still missing my cave troller for that, but I can now make my superior draconid oil. Sweet. No reason for us not to. Hey, another oil down. Great.
Tell me, lads, were you sailing this time?
Chickens.
Brand those swords, but I prefer my trusty axe.
Ah, a study of the sword, are you? I'm an axeman myself.
Odd, that one.
Yo, Gyar.
Greetings, Witcher.
What up, playa?
Found your miners. They went to the troll's cave and started mining, while the troll was home.
Did any
No. Troll won't be any more trouble, though.
small comfort?
Still earned my reward.
Yeah, here. Safe journey to you.
Hey!
Odd.
200 XP is real good. And let's go turn in this last quest. That one was hard times. Right? Nah, before we go there, we wanna go hit these other ones first. So, all right, then that means we will get to the village of Firestall. Poke around there and save there, and be ready to pick up next week on more Fantasy Outer Hebrides Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. I do this every week with Tom. We do things throughout the week. We're just a couple of cool guys that hang around, play video games, and talk smack about each other's fashion sense, being the icons that we are. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the other YouTube stuff, and be good out there. Just remember, the only reason that you have to pay for healthcare is because somebody decided that your life was less important than money. Take it easy, everybody. Be good. Bye-bye.